My Lords, what it seems to me we're doing is slipping into the habits that the EU itself has with referenda. Mr. Juncker famously on one occasion said, if the people vote the wrong way, we must go on voting until we get the right answer. And that, I suspect, is the real motivation behind the amendment being put forward. We saw this in the EU with the referendum on Maastricht. After the Danes said no, they had to vote again. We saw it with the Treaty of Nice, when Ireland said no, we had to have another vote, and then that reversed it. And we saw it most blatantly of all with the European Constitution as proposed, which was rejected in recommendations by both France and Holland. And then, in order to avoid a referendum, that was then translated by a device into the Treaty of Lisbon. But it seems to me that we absolutely should not go down that road. My noble friend wanted to intervene.
Well, I'm most grateful for my noble friend, but if we had a second referendum and the question was, do you want to stay out or go back, how could that be asked realistically unless we knew they wanted us back?
Well, I think the question of whether they want us back is a very real one, and I wanted actually to come on to that very point. But I did want to say in passing that at the second reading, I quoted the noble Lord Ashdown as having said that he was firmly opposed to a second referendum. Well, he's shaking his head. If he wants to correct me, I will gladly be corrected, although I have 3 other press reports of where he said a second referendum was neither desirable and shouldn't take place.